The man who completed American football February 5th, 2017. NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. You are Tom Brady. 25 points down against the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons defenders pack the box. The entire internet celebrates your downfall. You step into the huddle. The stadium holds its breath. You take the snap. You throw with your right arm. The ball spirals down the field into the hands of James White. The Atlanta defense dives at ghosts. The stadium erupts. But this impossible comeback is only the ending of a much stranger story. The man who completed football. It is the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. You drop to your knees. You point to the sky. You have infinite aura. You are the main character of the sport. But behind the terrifying statistics and the God-level talent is a different story. It is a story of physical deficiency, brutal heartbreak, and a deeply unserious amount of trauma. This is the story of how a kid whose body looked like a loaded garbage truck managed to put an entire franchise in his backpack, how he survived the most toxic media scandals in sports history, and how he literally 100% completed the main storyline of football. The boy who could not jump. To understand the greatest of all time, you have to look at the backup bench in San Mateo, California in the 1990s. You are Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. You are incredibly ridiculously slow. You have a highlight tape in your hand. You are playing on a junior varsity team that goes 0-8. They try to tackle you. You just fall over. Your father, Tom Sr., is on the sidelines. He is the only one who truly sees the vision. But there is a massive problem. At the draft combine, you are diagnosed with zero athletic ability. Your 40-yard dash is a 5.28. The scouts refuse to take a chance on you. The NFL draft picks 198 players before you. Even the massive San Francisco 49ers say no. They think you are too slow. They think you will get literally folded in professional football. They are, respectfully, absolutely cooked. Delusional, even. Because in New England, a coach named Bill Belichick hears about a slow Michigan kid. A kid who plays with ice in his veins. He drafts you to the Patriots. He watches you walk into the facility holding a pizza box. He is completely terrified of your audacity. You do not even have official starting experience. You walk up to billionaire owner Robert Kraft. You make him a literal promise right there. You did not even have a digital presentation. You pack your bags. You take the clipboard on the sidelines every single Sunday. You move to Foxborough. The mentor in the glitch. It is 2001. You are 24 years old. You make your official debut for the New England Patriots. You wear a baggy uniform. You look like you have not slept since 1999. But you have the ultimate mentor, Bill Belichick, the Dark Lord of football strategy. He takes you under his wing. February 3rd, 2002. He calls a beautiful drive over the defense. You lob the ball into field goal range. Adam Vinatieri kicks the winner. It is your first Super Bowl ring. John Madden literally praises you on national television. Wholesome 100. The torch has been passed. But then, you unlock a completely broken cheat code. He moves you to a spread offense, the shotgun. You become completely unplayable. You drop back in the pocket. You turn. You slice through elite defenses. You treat them like literal non-player characters on baby mode. In 2007, you achieve something mathematically impossible. You drop 50 passing touchdowns in a single regular season. Read that again. 50 touchdowns. In one season. Make it make sense. You are averaging more points than entire defensive eras. You are basically playing a football video game on amateur mode. The world watches you lead a perfect 18-0 regular season, the Manning Wars. But every superhero needs a villain. Every main character needs a rival. Enter Peyton and Eli Manning. They are the absolute opposite of you. Peyton is a football machine of pure audible energy. Eli operates on absolute chaos and terrifying derp energy. You are an intense, screaming leader. You walk around the field reading the coverage. Then you randomly decide to casually end 5 grown men's careers in 10 seconds. The internet literally fractures into a civil war. Brady fans versus Manning fans. It becomes the most toxic, chronically online fan culture in the history of sports. Playoff matches become actual war zones. Bernard Pollard tries to break your knees. Justin Tuck tries to step on your hands. You are fighting for your life. But in February 2015, you deliver the ultimate disrespect. You throw 4 touchdowns against the Legion of Boom. Malcolm Butler intercepts the ball on the goal line. You hold the Lombardi Trophy up to the screaming Seattle fans. You stand completely still. Maximum aura. Pure villain arc. The perfect season curse. But while you conquer the AFC, a massive curse is completely rejecting you. The media hates you. They say you are a system quarterback. They say you do not care about the rules. They say your footballs are not inflated loudly enough. They compare you to Joe Montana, the man who won 4 undefeated Super Bowls. And then begins the era of absolute trauma. The 2008 Super Bowl in Arizona. You drag a perfect 18-0 squad to the final. You play the Giants. Asante Samuel misses a literal interception. David Tyree catches a ball on his helmet. You have to walk past the golden Lombardi trophy. You look at it like a man looking at the love of his life marrying someone else. It is devastating. The 2012 Super Bowl. You lose to Eli Manning again. The 2018 Super Bowl. You play the Eagles. It goes to a shootout. You step up. You throw for 500 yards. You lose again. You literally sit on the turf looking completely broken. The weight of an entire perfect season crushes you. In the offseason, you are completely targeted. You are handed a bombshell. The commissioner suspends you for 4 games. It has been endless investigations. It is not meant to be. The internet explodes. The haters are feasting. The fraud allegations are flying. They say you are a cheater. The greatest comeback in fiction. But you do not quit. You accept the suspension. You come back for more pain. Fast forward to 2017. You are 39 years old. The clock is violently ticking. It is the Super Bowl. You are playing Atlanta at the legendary NRG Stadium. The referee blows the final whistle. The Patriots win 34-28. You collapse onto the turf. Your teammates do not even celebrate. They run straight to you. They bury you in a massive dog pile. You finally proved everyone wrong. The curse is broken. But then absolute coaching comedy ensues. The New England Patriots completely fall apart. The coach you carried for 2 decades pushes you out. They refused to give you a long-term contract. They kept drafting random flops in the 2nd round. They literally cannot afford to respect your legacy. Even if you played for free, Bill Belichick's ego would not allow it. You hold a press conference. You pack your bags. You are forced to leave your home. You take a side quest to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You team up with Mike Evans and Rob Gronkowski. The vibes are immaculately strange. The Florida fans love you. You clearly are having the time of your life. You are just getting your arm warm because you are preparing for the final boss. The final boss. Super Bowl 55, February 2021. The Super Bowl. This is it. The ultimate side quest. You are 43. Your regular season is a struggle. You lose to the Saints twice. It is a generational loss. The internet is cooking you alive. The group chats are in shambles. The system quarterback memes are absolutely everywhere. But you just smile. You enter Thanos mode. No lie. You demand the ball. You throw an unbelievable touchdown against Green Bay. You completely humiliate Aaron Rodgers. He is the MVP of the league. You spin his defense like a Beyblade in the NFC Championship. He was fighting for his life on national television. You drag your team to the final. February 7th, 2021. Tampa Bay versus Kansas City. It is the greatest passing matchup in human history. The scriptwriters were definitely cooking. You throw a touchdown to Gronkowski. Antonio Brown scores. You are up 21-6. You have one hand on the trophy. But Kansas City has Patrick Mahomes, and he is the new face of the league. But instead of a shootout, you decide to elevate to an entirely new level of game management. You do not let him breathe. It is 31-9. The trauma of the Giants is completely erased. The clock ticks to 0. The tension is lifted. You step up to the podium. You do not panic. You gently, disrespectfully toss the Lombardi trophy from a boat during the parade. Pure ice. Disrespect level maximum. You drop the microphone. The commentary screams, Tom Brady has won his 7th Super Bowl. They put a Super Bowl MVP trophy in your hands. You lift the silver football. You did not just win the championship. You silenced every single debate. You finished the game. You got the platinum trophy for football. The sun set. Fast forward to the present day in 2026. You are doing side quests in the broadcasting booth with Fox Sports. You wear a perfectly tailored suit. You are reunited with your best friends. Gronk is doing commercials. Belichick is unemployed. You are basically making hundreds of millions. You casually drop perfect quarterback analysis on live TV. Television networks pay thousands of dollars just to watch you talk about the gridiron. You did not just retire to the beach, though. Instead of quietly sipping avocado smoothies in the Florida sun, you decided to absolutely farm the NFL for fun. You casually took home a $375 million broadcasting deal. You lead the Fox Sports team every Sunday. It was literally a glitch in the Matrix. On top of that, you casually secured a minority ownership of the Las Vegas Raiders. You bought the team you beat in the Snow Bowl just to remind everyone you still own the league. Your impact was massive. You literally let comedians roast you for 3 hours on Netflix. You shifted the entire sports culture of a nation. You pushed your numbers into the absolute stratosphere. You locked in the most unbreakable record in human history. 7 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, over 89,000 passing yards. And now, pushing 49, you are out here in the 2026 season. You are still putting analysts in blenders. You are still serving up hot takes. You are still reminding the world why you literally own the sport. You do not care about proving anything anymore. You are Tom Brady, the unathletic kid who was too slow to play. The kid who slid to the 199th pick. The man who conquered the AFC. The man who broke his own heart and put it back together in front of the entire world. Then casually bought a house in Florida to dominate a new conference. You are the undeniable, undisputed greatest of all time. And everyone else needs to touch grass, because they are just living in your simulation.